Welcome to another episode of Art of Rally. It's me, Gyropunk, playing Art of Rally, of course. We're trying to get all of the cassette tapes. We're gonna start off with this guy, San Pietro Island. Let's shuffle a little bit here and get on the road. Let's go. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm recording midday. If you watch the Gyropunk dailies, this is the day where I stayed home because my kiddo is sick. Little baby Charlie, she's been coughing up all night. But she's her playful self during the day, which is kind of like doubly as sad at some points, because it's like you could tell she wants to be normal. Too bad she's got me as a dad. But yeah, you know, she's just resting up. She's down for a nap right now. And yeah, I stayed home, which is like it's a plus minus. Staying home means I get some rest for my legs, but it also means I lose all of my overtime money essentially, and the paycheck this coming whatever week it is a whole lot less. But you know, this is something you gotta deal with sometimes. Yeah, I'm not about to say that like money is more important than my kid's health. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Sometimes they're in correlation with each other, where I need the money to be able to get her to, to get her into better health. Hold on. I gotta pause for a second. Okay, we back. Wife sent me a long text, but I think it was just like a suggestion of like something to do. It's like, this might be important. Okay, this car is super tough to drive, by the way. Like, it's fast, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's the one you want to use if you want to just like traverse the areas as smoothly as possible. I'm gonna switch cars. At first I was like, I'm just gonna truck through it, and then I spent like 30 some seconds trying to push through it, and yeah, no luck there. I think we'll go with this one. You're gonna be like, that's the same exact car. I don't think so. But I also can't, like, with 100% confidence tell you that you're wrong. But yeah, I've personally been struggling with a cold too. But obviously with like a kid, they can't go to daycare and get everybody else sick, you know, things like that. It's unfortunate. But again, I've laid down the pluses and minuses. You know, as long as you're cool with the drawbacks, you know. Honestly, a day like I need to take more days off. All of my bosses are like, no, you don't. But my job literally, like, they have it built in where you might get one day off a week. And everybody looks at it as like a normal thing. For 2 years, you're treated like garbage. You know, you get the worst routes, you get the worst half-hour extras, and you're basically just try your best to not drown, and that's your job. It's sad, and I'm laughing, but it's not really that funny. Oh man. I mean, I like the job though. Like, I know I've talked at length in other videos about being a mailman, but it's not bad. It's not a bad job. There's a lot of like I've lost 55 pounds or so. It's a very good job for an introvert. As someone who just likes being alone in their thoughts, like, for most of the day. That's something you can do with this job for sure. Like, there's some people that might be like, oh, it's the mailman, I have to talk to them, because they don't get to talk to anybody all day. Like, no, we have this job because we don't have to talk to anybody all day. So that's why if you've heard the workplace drama episode of the Gyropunk Dailies, you know, people start that stuff up because they're so bored. Like, maybe I don't think they're in the right positions, honestly. Like, you're supposed to just not really enjoy people's companies when you're when you're a mailman. Just like go in, do your job, go home, complain about being sore, and then, you know, just push through it. But that's the thing, that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to for the most, like having 2 days off a week, which a lot of people get called in and they come back in to do like overtime and stuff. I'm not gonna be that person. I'm gonna enjoy those days off like the Dickens, as they say. I'm gonna enjoy those days off like it's my job to. Because I think partially, like, I know there's a billion studies, you know, you can go the Gary V route where you know, oversaturate everything, do as much as you can, etc., etc. Tim Ferriss route, make everybody else do the work for you, you know, yada yada yada. But that's all like like if you were doing your own private business kind of thing. I think in like the workplace, if you can get a job where it suits your personality, your work ethic, and work ethic should be, you know, pretty standard. Like, work ethic is something that you, like, if you can push yourself. I think one of the main problems about work ethic that's not conversed, that's not delved into, you know, everybody's all about like, all right, how much work can they do in 8 hours? Are they efficient? Are they proficient? Are they, you know, is it quality work, etc., etc. People aren't really concerned about, you know, the people are different, and that excuse is used to no end. Like, that excuse is used a lot when it comes to, you know, people just being lazy. But if somebody's like actually mentally breaking down because of this amount of work, and there's nobody to keep that in check either, like, that's dangerous stuff. That's what happened to me in my last like 7 jobs. Is I feel like I can work myself to the bone, but I needed a job where if you worked yourself to the bone, it's visible. Like, I'm not one to complain. I just want to, you know, go and do my thing and then go. I, like, during the summer, I worked till 9:30 one day. And then, you know, one day passed where I worked, you know, a normal amount of hours, like till 5:30. And then I worked my butt off again, and it was extra hot. I almost passed out. And I had to take the next day off. Like, that's kind of where I need to be. Because otherwise, I'm gonna, you know, I'm not very good at vocalizing that I'm, you know, I need some time. I know in my head I need it, but I also know that I can probably do it, which kind of scares me, because like if one of my goals with like content creation is like to eventually get to the point where I can do this full time, which I know is still a huge pipe dream. I really want to go into that, because it's just like, dude, I'm just making these videos off of my free time. This is something I actually enjoy doing, and I want to keep it that way for as long as possible. Because like, Not that I'm saying like I don't want people to watch these, because I understand like success begets, you know, your full-time-icity. And I'm not afraid of that. What I am afraid of is if it gets to the point where I'm full-time, I really need, I think, like a project manager or like somebody to call me out when I'm doing too much. And I should know, like, I guess I don't need somebody, like, as long as I keep that in my head, that I'm doing that. Because like ever since I became a dad, specifically, which is something I can use as a focal point, because it's definitely like a turning point as far as my content creation goes. Like I feel like I got more focused. I feel like I got more, hey, if something works out, push it. Push it. You know, it made me go, okay, this is what I like to do, this is what I like to see, this is what I like watching, this is what I want to be, etc., etc. It sounds like I just made like a cheesy pop song that Hillary Duff will sing. Yeah, in her 40s, so what? She's fine. You know, this might be a little too contemplative for you, but this is how the Lonely Mountains episodes went, and I'm trying to like match that energy of like the chill, the lo-fi gameplay to chill study to. I understand with the techno music and the maybe it's not as close, but hopefully the as far as the graphical aesthetics go, and the pace of my conversation, I feel like it's reminiscent of it at least. We're basically playing Where's Waldo though right now, and Waldo is just a cassette tape, a purple cassette tape that should be in the middle of the road, somewhere where we haven't driven yet. I'm gonna check this left side again, I guess. Like that's the last area I haven't, right? Or maybe that middle area. Hold on, yeah, let's go over here. By the way, this car drives pristinely. It's a very, like, it's good for the turns. It's nice. It's just overall very, very nice to drive. And I was extremely, what's the word I'm looking for? Cocky or arrogant for saying that I could do all of these tasks in one video. I forgot that I probably have to comb through like the whole entirety of the map again. I recommend anybody who's doing the free roam missions to do them all one go, so you can make sure you're hitting up like the entirety of the map, because that's probably the toughest part of this, is just make sure you're hitting up all the roads. All right, let's recover this. That's just I can't deal with that right now. All right, so we turn right here. Turn right. Yeah, it is still a goal, I guess you can call it. I live in Ohio, which means if I get some sort of following, I feel like full-time is kind of a little bit lower of a goal than if I lived in, say, like California or like, you know, somewhere more expensive. It does go up a little higher too, because I'd want to save like, you know, X amount of money, put that in savings in case I have to go back to a real job. Also, I feel like, you know, if I work for that 2 years of the postal job and become a regular, I think if you leave that, you lose all of that and you'd have to work the 2 years again. which is kind of garbage. I think like if that rule ever changes, it would probably help my decision out to go into full time. See, it's all up in the air. That's why I'm like, my toe isn't even in the water. I'm just like, all right, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I'm okay with this kind of routine. What do you want to call it? Like a, hold on, let's look at group 3 Esky. This is the one. This is the one that drives really well. Yeah, I'm okay with this kind of like hobby. I was gonna say habit. Did I say habit? Because that doesn't make any sense. It's a hobby, and I feel like that's like the healthiest way that you can go about it. You know, prior to this, I feel like I should have been, like, when I started playing Fortnite before anybody really was, you know, I was building walls and stuff. Like, I probably, if I was in grind mode and if I was smart with my time, I probably would have gotten like a little bit more of a following if I did, you know, your YouTube content, your Instagram stuff. But the people, like, I was listening to a Dakota's podcast recently, and he doesn't have a podcast. He was on a podcast where he was trying to like go through his strategies. He already had like 50 or 60 people. He was actually depressed about having 50 or 60 people, but having that in a game that's blowing up like Fortnite, that's a killer way to just to go. And you know, I think I was averaging maybe like 20 or so, and I feel like I was pretty close to hitting that viral you know, if I played it a little bit smarter, if I was you know, a good enough editor, or if I hadn't already purchased a house that I had to pay mortgage for, you know, those kind of things. It's I don't want to make any more ifs happen, I guess, is also part of it. You know, people say stream what you have fun streaming, and I'm having fun with Art of Rally. I'm recording as much as I can of it, and not in the hopes of blowing up or anything like that. This is the content that I would like to watch myself. You're like, well, where are you going with this? This is how my brain works. So I'm sorry. But Art of Rally is actually somewhere there too. Like it's probably my highest performing YouTube content in a while, ever since Lonely Mountains. And Lonely Mountains is due for a comeback too, pretty soon. Maybe my voice just pairs with the nice color environments of these kinds of games. We could play Fez. We should play Fez on Twitch. I haven't gone too far with that, but see, the coolest part about having a small community is people are there. People will show up, especially if you like playing puzzle games. Nobody's gonna go into your chat and go, well, okay, nobody is a strong word, because somebody might. And you could just honestly time them out for, like, you know, for the day. If they're gonna be rude and say, why didn't you think of that? I solved this puzzle in 1 hour. You know, people always have the need to flex their video game prowess. I just, you know, that's not what we're here to talk about. But like it's nice to have a smaller community because they're interested in the puzzle game, and they're interested in you like solving it, and they can honestly like help you solve it without them having played the game, and that's a really cool thing to be able to experience. And I feel like Baba Is You is a good example. I played a little bit of Baba Is You on stream. People got really invested in it. I didn't have much time to stream it because I think my daughter was maybe like 6 months old at that time. But it was a good time. So yeah, maybe we shouldn't shy away from doing puzzle games. This tape is a little bit tougher to find than the previous one, mostly because of the winding roads. I don't think we should go this way. I'm gonna restart this. Also, we haven't taken a screenshot for the thumbnail. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go with the morning because we're recording this in broad daylight here. I like this skin. So yeah, thanks for getting me to that conclusion. I really wanted to play Light Matter, Fez. There's a handful of puzzle. Hello. I don't even know why I thought of reversing. By you cheeky developers, fun selector. How dare you? All right, let's go find a nice place to squat and take a picture. Also, where's my skin? This isn't the skin that I picked. This song is so intense. Oh my goodness. Maybe this just shows up as white. Does it just show up as white? No, it doesn't. Here we go. I actually really like this peering over the edge thing. I want to find a better spot though, like an actual hill. It'll fit the vibe of the episode of like career contemplation. Because it is that era of like your hobbies being like you're able to work your hobbies into a full-time job. I like this. The dragon trail is there. This is nice. Maybe a little bit of photo effects to kind of spruce it up a little bit. Springsteen style. Okay. So let's go with vignette. Vignette? Is it vignette? A little bit of exposure. Lower the contrast. Temperature, I think the more yellowy the better here. I love lens dirt for some reason, don't ask. Also, isn't there already depth of field? Like, you don't need that much depth of field, come on. Alright, this is good though. Hide UI. Perfect. Perfect screenshot. Alright, that is it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out with the Art of Rally episode. I think this is 4 or something, we're not really counting. But you guys are awesome. I'll catch you on the next one where we go for all 3 of these. And I think that's it. We'll be 100% with collectibles and the free roams, and we'll tackle some other stuff here. Alright, hit that like button if you enjoyed the episode. Hit that sub button if you want to get notified whenever new videos come out. And obviously we're going to work into some puzzle games during the streams. And yeah. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!